Hello and welcome to my channel. So today is Tuesday the 30th of January 2024 and we're back to my cross stitch conversion, and also hopefully by the end of today's video going to be hitting a mini milestone. But let's talk in more diamond painting. All right, let's get cracking. So if you have no idea what all this is about though, there's a big playlist up in the corner. It's got, this is like me vlogging a huge diamond painting. This one, well, it's a cross stitch conversion, which I'm turning into a diamond painting. But if you have no idea, then just check out that playlist. It explains everything. And let's pick a colour. What should we do? Let's do a little one first. 782, which is over here. Yeah. Oh, do you know what? I was going to say something. Oh, there's my little bug. My tumble dryer sheet. I was going to say something. I think I was just going to say, yes, it's kind of a big day in that we're going to hit a milestone, which is great because my plan. Oh, I know what I was going to say. I'll say it afterwards. My plan was to have a good January on this painting, because the poor thing had been a bit abandoned. And I did. I've had a great January. But as you can see, here, I've already done this. I did this the other day. And I planned to come back. And I didn't have time. Life happens. And things got busy. And I was going to come and do it, because I've been working on this at the weekends a fair bit. And I was like, it's fine, I'll just come back and finish it at the weekend. And it was when I was looking at it afterwards, I realised about this mini milestone that we're going to be hitting. A very mini one. I don't want to big it up. I don't want to big it up into too much. But it is a milestone and we will take what we can get, because it helps keep you motivated, doesn't it? That's right. So that was just a small colour. But yes, if you have any questions of other stuff, everything that I use is down in the description, where I got my canvases from, where I got my drills from, where I got my boat from, just all the things. But the reason why, so yeah, I didn't come back at the weekend. Let's pick another colour. There's just one of those, 640. The reason I didn't come back at the weekend to finish it off is because I wanted to do it all in one video. So usually when I do my, there's something missing there. There should be something there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll have to come back. I've swiped something off, but not placed it. But yeah, I wanted to do it. Usually when I'm doing my WIP Chats for these, I tend to do it like 2 sessions worth, because I want quite a lot. Otherwise I'd be here every 5 minutes with another update. So I try and combine them. And it does make for mega ones. My last, actually, should I get you in closer? There we go. That's a bit better. 3860. Which is, where is that? 3860. Just 2 of these. And usually I'll time lapse through a little bit of it. Just not a lot. Here and there I'll do like a 20-second time lapse for you. And that's usually like half an hour for me. But we're not going to do that today. I'm just going to go for the one session. Obviously I'll take a break because I'm resting my elbow at the moment, so I can't diamond paint for too long. But that means nothing to you. It'll just be, it just carries on. But yeah, there will be no time lapse in this video. So while it'll be shorter versus the last one, which was 1 hour 40, I think, when I finished editing it. Let's do that one. That's just one drill. 434. Yeah, so yeah, actually I should do this one that I've forgotten, shouldn't I? Next, as there's only one drill, I will do that. as will all be one session. It with no time lapse. It will be shorter, but it's not going to be dramatically shorter than usual. So I thought I'll go for that. Now, what was the one I missed? It was 3012. 3012. I ticked it off, but I hadn't placed it. It's a little green. Oh, that's got a tab on it, so I won't do that one. Let's do this one. I always do that. I always try and fish out the pot, and I'm forgetting that that does not work well with tweezers. It's like trying to harpoon a fish. Right. Okay. So next colour, let's do. Did I not tick that off, or is that pattern keeper being a bit weird? No, that was me. I didn't tick them off. I did the whole section. That first lot of orange I did. An inauspicious start to my day, my diamond painting day. So 831. So how are you all? I hope you are all keeping well and are surviving all the weather. It seems to be settled down a bit for now anyway. We had 2 storms in 1 week last week. That's crazy. And windy, very, very windy. So I hope you all weathered, in the UK, you weathered the wind. In the US, that you weathered the biting cold. It's a roller coaster, the weather this winter. But yeah, so the plan with this, I keep getting distracted from the plan. So today I'm finishing these 4 squares. And then I'm going to do 2, I should have showed you while I had it zoomed out, 2 blue squares. I decided I'm going to finish the session with finishing some blue sky. We're going to do 2 squares, just 2 squares for a reason. Oh, I've got 2 there. Oh. And that's the mini goal. Though this in itself is a mini goal, because I don't know if you noticed, I mean, I had the little pots over it. But that is like an actual finished square. There's no steps in it. It was like a proper square of finished painting. And I realised as well, talking of mini milestones, this here is exactly halfway down this canvas. My first canvas, but it was 35 cms. So that's almost halfway, apart from the fact that I've got loads down here I still haven't done, but apart from that. So that's not really a milestone. But yeah, like I was saying, it's like you've got to, on such a big project like this, so it's fun to have like a little mini milestone to keep you motivated. It's like when I started up here, I was doing all that blue sky way back in the day. And I got excited when I hit the tree. It's just like, it was only a bit of green and yellow splodge. I'm like, it's a tree. I'm so excited. This is my life. This is my life. I'm getting excited about green drills. Right, okay, so next one. Hopefully I can't mess this up because I've got the basin. Basin? That sounds like a sink. I've got the base in 317 of the drills, which means hopefully, as long as I didn't mess that up the other day, which is not a given. It's also, it's because we're working in the middle of the canvas. I noticed earlier when I was laying it out, you can see like some wriggly drills, and that's probably because I'm having to stretch a bit to reach the middle of the canvas, because I'm working without my what's it called, easel at the moment. And like no one is ever going to see it. It's hard to see even if you're looking for it, but I know it's there. It's just like, I know there are wiggly drills and it shouldn't bother me, but I get OCD about the weirdest things. I can't just get, you know, if only I could get OCD about doing my housework, for example. That would be a lot, at least be channeled into something useful. But sadly, that is definitely not the case. Me and housework are not not. Yeah, let's just not talk about that. Though, if you remember, I was saying about this is my year of getting stuff done. I mean, I call it stuff done on the video. I use another S word for describing like what comes to be. Oh, I'm not using my. I had to change tweezers because the other ones, they was pinging a lot, and then I figured it out. They weren't bent, but you see how. Well, you probably can't. But you know, you've got the points here, and what had happened was that one of the tips, because you know they're super pointy, super stabby, and one of the tips had just ever so broken off. So it was like, I don't know, 1/4 of a millimetre even, just fractionally off. But when you're picking stuff up, that has an effect, and the effect was more pinging drills. And I don't need any help with pinging drills. So these are some other tweezers. I did pull out some new tweezers, and I thought, you know what, I better not do them because it sounds silly. But like, you kind of wear them, you get a feel for them. They feel different. And I've used these tweezers before, but not for a while. So I've kind of worn them in, but they're not totally comfy. But hopefully we'll be okay. These are like the spare emergency ones that are well loved, but have also seen better days. But I thought, yeah, I better not break in new tweezers on video. No, I was saying something. Oh yeah, so I was talking about housework, wasn't I? And the year of getting stuff done, and what's that? Where am I? No, that's the 3. Okay, I'll make sure I put it in the right place. And that's going really well. We're doing weekly chores, shall we say. So Saturday morning seems to have been when we found our rhythm, and just for like an hour or an hour and a half type thing, we're just the pair of us. The other half is on board with this, which is like a miracle in itself. But clearly, like he's realised that like we can't keep living like this. Like we keep collecting stuff, but we don't throw anything away. It's just like something has to give. So, I can't really pick up 2 drills at a time with these tweezers. That's what it is. They don't open out far enough, so I can pick them up, but then I can't put them down. They get wedged in the tips. And I do sometimes pick up 2 drills at a time. That is my multi-placing. That's as far as multi-placing goes. I do 2 drills sometimes at a time. So I did try. I'm doing a round snack size at the moment, and I bought, because I had wanted to buy some metal tips, and it came with a little two multi-placer for, and I don't use tweezers for rounds obviously because that'd be a nightmare. So I use. And I use a regular drill pen, and I tried out the 2-placer, and I seem to get on all right, but it's in my realms of acceptable. I have funny things, and I hate seeing repeating patterns as such. Like when you use a multi-placer, sorry folks who do, but whenever you show your video, I can always see where you've multi-placed, because like you get little repeated patterns. And it's very rare I see a person's diamond painting when they say they've multi-placed and I can't see where. And this is a me problem. I'm not criticising anybody for using the multi-placer or whatever thing, but it's definitely a me problem. In that once I see something, I can't unsee it. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, I digress. I got a 2 multi-placer, and it's not triggered me. No, that's 3. So I don't know how I got onto the multi-placers because I was talking about doing our chores. But anyway, him indoors, he is on board with helping doing these chores and sorting out stuff that we really, which is just as well, because a lot of it, you know, it's like, this is our life, memories, you know. And so I can't just throw something away without running it by him first for some things. It's just like, we liked it once. Do we still like it? And if, you know, there's a veto on it. If either, I've already said, it's while we're having to tidy up, this isn't like a blind purge. It's a tidy up. So if we want to keep stuff, that's fine. This is just about finding the stuff that we don't want to keep, that we've just stuffed in a cupboard and forgotten about. Did that have something on it as well? Can't tell. Oop, oop, oop. Oh, he's frisky. Come on. Do you know what? Let's just put him back in the tray. So we've done it for the last... Well, we've done it every weekend since the new year. So what's that, 3 or 4 now? And then we stop. This is the key thing. That's that. We don't just have this massive purge and keep going, because I know what I'm like. I get really bored doing stuff like that. Really bored. So whilst I might get more done on the day than what we're doing now, that's it. I would be like, right, I'm so over this. And then I don't go back to it. So it starts well, but then it's just like there is zero follow-up. So this is like, now we're in this position where, like, because we're stopping, we're just getting into our rhythm, sorting out whatever we're sorting out. Be it a cupboard or a drawer, or reorganising a shelf, which is what we did last weekend. And we pulled it all out, and we done that whole deep clean because we pulled the shelf away from the wall, and we cleaned behind it, like everything. It was like a proper deep dive in just this shelf. And then it's like, right, we've done it. We've done our chore. Stop. And we're like, we're just getting going. And there's that temptation to carry on. And it's like, no, don't carry on. And it's great, because that's meant that come this week, it's just like, I want to do the things that I wanted to carry on with last week. So I'm like, this never happens to me. I'm actually quite eager to to do a chore. And yeah, I highly recommend it. For those who like do suffer with like boredom with chores, and I am the worst. I've said it before. I suspect I'm somewhere on the on the spectrum somewhere for attention deficit type thing. Because I can walk away in the middle of doing the washing up. We do have a dishwasher, but you know, there's some stuff that doesn't go in the dishwasher, and it's always the stuff you don't like saucepans with sauce on, mucky stuff. And so I'll be like, let's just leave that soak for a minute, any excuse. And that's it. I'll come back out in the kitchen like 2 hours later. I'm like, oh yeah, I was doing the washing up. The water's cold. I have to do it all over again. So I do get, yeah. Anyhow, for anybody who has that psychological battle with yourself, I highly recommend forcing yourselves to stop doing whatever thing you don't like. Hang on, where's my 10? Right, that's the 10. Do you know what? Did I just place that and forget? Probably, because I've been talking. I'm like, I've done that one. But yeah, the year of getting stuff done, it's going well so far. All them niggly little chores that you hate, which for me is organisation and cleaning and stuff. But it's going to be expensive as well, because you know what it's like. You can't just, you do have time, but when you're reorganising an entire system of things, which we're doing a lot, obviously clearing out is part of the job, but reorganising is the other. I've done that one. That one. And because of that, get in. No, it's in. I didn't feel it go down. Yeah, so it's just like, right, well, we can buy a new shelf for that, and we can buy some folders for that, and you know, some drawer dividers for that, and it's all these little niggly things. And accessories, they all add up. It's like, oh yeah, it's only £10, you know, $15 or whatever. But then you're buying loads of them, and that £10 is like suddenly your Amazon basket is up to 100. It's just like, I'm not buying that all at once. Well, just that's another reason to do it in installments. I'm not buying all that just for some stuff. But anyway, that's my little rant. It's not a rant, a wibble, more of a wibble. I do wibble. I do it so well. If only I could diamond paint as well as I wibble, it'd be great. This would be finished, that's for sure. Right, let me get. I don't want to get too carried away because there's a gap there that goes there. Yeah. Ooh. Why didn't you stick down? And we'll do 1, 2 should be here. Oh, why is that? Do you know what? Oh, I forgot it's still sticky. I don't know why. And that's not a shell drill. Why are you not sticking? It does worry me. I know I don't press down very hard. It's probably because obviously I did this the other day. I did this last week. So I know it's at least 4 or 5 days. And obviously because it's all half done, I did put it covered up, but it doesn't stick properly. Do you know what I mean? Because the drills are pushing up the stuff. So perhaps just because it's been exposed for a little bit. No, have I done them ones up there? Yes, I have. But I've not done that corner one. Where is it? There. All right, now we're good. So about my milestone, the mini milestone, I've mentioned it now. I didn't mention it right at the start because like people turn off. People are nosy. I want to know what the milestone is. Did I miss one up there? No, I've ticked that off. And, you know, I say nosy, curious. I mean, that's why I said in the opener, I've got a milestone at the end. So all the ones that, you know, don't really want to watch the video, they'll all skip to the end. It's fine. But you don't have to wait to the end. People who are with me now, you are rewarded for sticking it out. So the milestone, I'll show you. Look, it's, oh, hang on. Sorry, just had to refocus the camera there. But the milestone, as you can see, is I'm on 16674. This painting has 417,000 drills, and we're doing about. We're going to hit the 17,000. That's it. That's my mini milestone. It's not really that much, but to me, I mean, it's 4% as well. Go me. Right, let's just put that to one side. I'm not actually sure how well that focused because I've been messing with the settings with the camera for this. And I always forget that. I only do it for this kind of video. Oh, that's the colour I just done. I messed out those two. I only do it for the WIP Chats because, you know, where your hand goes in all the time. If you don't set the camera to like focus, so I've got it focused on somewhere up here, so it still gets the lighting setting right. But it stops that autofocus pulsing, which I know a lot of people have just got it in the background. And right, let's go back to this one that I missed, which was 779. And yeah, oh no, that's 799. Let's not put a blue in the middle of the tree. 779. It's yeah, and not many people watch it, but if you do, I don't want to make you sick. You're gonna be sick of my voice, but not sick of my video. So that constant focusing thing drives me mad. So I at least try. I don't always, sometimes I forget, but I do try to remember to get it to focus on a specific spot. Right, okay, so I think we've just got 2 colours left in this one. So this should be pretty quick. This is 3799. Sorry, I was talking there. 3799. I've not done that in a while. I'll turn my head away and talk. Where do you come from? Probably a previous ping that was sitting in the bottom of the tray. So we're back in another grey. So that's, what's that? Bit of paper. Shoot you. There's a tab. Get. Oh no, was that a tab or just a reflection? I don't know. We'll find out. Let me just tick that off as I go so I remember this time. But yeah, so I'm not thinking this video is going to be too long. Well, I missed another star. What was I doing? Well, I'm not paying attention. Let's talk about, see, that's what happens when you talk about, let me get in the right space because I'm missing one. Where was it missing? That's the one I done. Gotta get in the right space. So that's, I've done that one. Right, so it's this one. Yes. And then this space. But yeah, it's going to be a quick one. But I thought at some point I'm going to be showing you all the new patterns I picked up over Christmas. Because there was sales there as well. And I thought, do you know what? I mean, Heaven and Earth is so, that's definitely a dodgy drill. Heaven and Earth are so cheap. They're only, when they're on sale, they're half price. And I got 2 minis. So they were $6 each. And it wasn't even £6. It was $6 each. So I didn't look to see what I converted to. But it's less than a £5. It's like, that seems a bargain. So I'll show you them imminently. Let me just fix them. Get these colours in. And then I will fix the 2 I left out over there. I think I left 2. Yeah, it looks like there's 2. So I'll fix, and then that just leaves me 1 colour left for a quick fill. And they're easy because, you know, by then you've pretty much got it figured out that everything is right. I forgot and did 2 drills and I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. My tweezers got stuck. It's like all them kids that get their heads stuck in a railing. It was that kind of thing. Like, I can get the drills in fine, no problem, but they get stuck. I don't know, that was a weird comparison to make, wasn't it? What am I thinking about kids getting their heads stuck in? Oh, well, here's my daily siren. Of course it is. I'll wait for him to go past. Police car today. If you're relatively new here or if you've forgotten, and I do live in London on a through route, and it's not that busy generally, but it's a through route apparently for the police and the ambulance because oddly the fire brigade don't come down here. So I think I'll get no fire trucks unless there's an actual fire. But the police and ambulance, this is the way they go. I think it's because there's not a lot. We do have traffic lights, but not a lot of them. So it doesn't slow them down so much. Because obviously they can go fast, as, you know, I did 2 again, being emergency services. But they still have to slow down for junctions and things like that because this is London. If you think a driver is going to, it's like, what do you mean there's a siren? What do you mean there's a blue light? I'm not stopping. The light's green. So you can't trust anybody in London, driving wise. It's just everybody's too much of an aggressive driver. If you live in the States, it would be like comparing it to perhaps New York. We're like New York, but with generally less car horns. Though you do get them occasionally. Anyway, that was the police car. And I live in London. And I can't remember what I was talking about before. My patterns. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. So I bought 2 patterns from Heaven and Earth. One, what did I get? One was one that I wanted from, it's been on Diamond Art Club in the past, but I'd missed it. And the other one, what was the other one? Oh, the other one I'd never seen before. I mean, I'm sure it quite possibly been somewhere, but I just thought it was really pretty. I'll show you in a sec. Once that's what I was saying. Once I finish these drills, I'll show you my patterns. But one of them is so pretty. And the other one, the other 3 patterns I got, because the sale was buy 2, get 3rd free on PDFs. I'm like, I'll have that, thank you very much. And I know why I've got confused, because I thought that was the line, the top line of the box, and it's not. This is the top line, which means I've left even more of those out. Oh, what have I done? Yeah, and there should be one there. Okay, so I've just, that last colour, I've made a hash of it. Not in a terrible way, just in a, I've not done half of it and I've ticked it all off kind of way. But I found a new company. I mean, I'm sure they're well known. If you cross stitch, you probably know them well. They're called, oh no, now I can't remember the name. I'll have to wait until I show the pattern. So here and here, but that's where I've got Artemisa. I've never heard, I hadn't really heard of this pattern, this company before. It's all licensed. It's all proper stuff. Right, let me just tick off these things. That's probably where I've been going wrong. I've been getting a bit overconfident and I've not been ticking off till the end, and then I'm just ticking off everything at once. And that is, and then I'm not placing it because I'm losing my spot. And then I just tick it off, and I shouldn't. Oh, go there. Shred Geeks, maybe? But yes, it's all licensed, and she has Ennis Guerrero on her books. She's just signed Chrisabug, who I know is popular. And who else has she signed? I saw people like Christine Karen. She had, oh, what were those little, oh, I can't even remember what they're called. Those funny little they're not creepy dolls, they're like stuffed dolls, little, not nightmares. Oh, if I remember, I'll put it on screen. Because me and names, I'm probably never going to remember it in my lifetime. Nightlings. Oh, see, as soon as I say I can't remember it, I remembered it. They're nightlings. I don't know how well they know in the States. I always remember they had a colouring heaven, because I used to do my colouring book. Right, what was it? What are we doing? 799 again. This is the 3rd time I've had this out. Hopefully I can catch all the ones I missed this time. So where was it? And it was super popular. Super popular. Frightlings, not nightlings. God, I'll get there in the end. Frightlings. Frightlings. Right, so I've done that one. 2, 2, 2. What have we got here? That should not be a gap of 2, should it? Where's my line? Right, this is my line. This is my square. Okay, so that 2 should be there, yes. That 2, but you should not be there. But that's an easy fix because it's meant to be there. And then that, yeah. Okay. So little frightlings. I think they're frightlings. If I did get it wrong, then I've put it on screen somewhere. Done that one. Right, so the other ones was down here, wasn't it? Here. Let me not talk, let me think. Get in there. I can hear another siren. It's all happening today. Right, I think I've got them all this time. I think I've got them all. That police car, well, he was going back the other way. I don't know if he got lost. It's probably not. It's probably a separate call. Right. So let me just do this. This should all be one colour now. So we'll just do that and then I'll show you the patterns. Pictures. I'm so excited about Artemis though. I'm definitely doing that one next. 3787. 3787. Sort of olivey green grey. Right. And I must remember not to try and pick. See, ordinarily I'd be like, there's two there, I'll pick two up. No, don't do that. And then the other thing, because you know, obviously I had my big break. I went on holiday, but I'm going to save talking about that for next video. I'm sure you're devastated, just not hearing about my holiday. Oh no, she's talking about herself again. But we've just booked pretty much the identical. It was a cruise. We put pretty much an identical cruise for this year as well. It was very relaxing though. It's slightly different itinerary and it's a bit earlier in the year. Not much, but we thought this time. We didn't have a balcony last time to our room, and we found the ship extremely busy in the mornings up on decks. Right, stop trying to pick up two. And that was pretty much one of our only criticisms. Well, I did have one small minor criticism. It was because it leaves from a British port. I have to say, I thought some of their food was a bit boring because I guess they wanted to give comfort food for the Brits. So there's a lot of English food on there, which, you know, I don't mind. But clearly, it just wasn't very inspired. So it was a bit, you know. When I go on a cruise ship, I'm not interested in a nice pudding dessert that I can have it at home. You know, and they like a bakewell tart one day. I'm like, I don't want a bakewell tart. I mean, I get it. It's very comforting. I do like a bakewell tart. Don't get me wrong. Partial to bakewell. And if you don't know what a bakewell tart is, it's like a sponge with some jam or jelly, whatever you want to call it, raspberry based, and usually with pastry on the bottom. But it didn't have pastry on the bottom. It was basically just a sponge with jam, raspberry jam, and an almond flavouring. Next to a big bowl of custard if you wanted custard. And I do like my custard. So it wasn't even a proper bakewell tart though, but it was close enough. But I was like, I can have bakewell tart at home. You know, give me something Spanish, because it's like a lot of the Spanish ports and Spanish and Portuguese ports. And they, you know, they did have Spanish and Portuguese stuff, but they was like, there'd be like a choice of one, because like this was the port, and like then all the safety desserts and meals were just like English food. I'm like, oh, come on, be brave, be brave. So we're going a little bit earlier this time, in September as opposed to October. So I'm hoping, because in October there was hardly any kids on this cruise, and I'm hoping that they were just like, we better tweak this menu because it's full of old people who don't have to work. It wasn't that old, but there was next to no kids on it. It was because the kids were all in school. So I'm wondering if they maybe if they tweak the menu for like more unadventurous palates. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, I'll talk about the holiday next time, because I have booked another one and I'll show you it. And it was a very nice trip last time. So, but we have booked a balcony for our room. And I think, as most of the ports we've been to before, because we went there only last year, we might stay on the ship. and just enjoy the ship's facilities. Depends on mood, but that's the nice thing. You get a choice. When you go somewhere new, it's like, I've got to get off the ship. I've got to look around. I'm going to a completely new place. I've never been here before. I'm not going to see it. Even if it turns out to be rubbish and you're like, oh, I wish I'd stayed on the ship now. But yeah, I'll show you some pictures. It was very pretty. We went to Madeira. Stop talking about your holiday. Stop it. Right, I'm going to get this thing in. And then I can move the canvas around to get my 2 blue squares. And we'll look at the PDFs that I bought and make lots of ooh, ah noises. Or maybe like, you might be like, oh, what's she picked that for? In which case, that's fine. I don't mind. It's okay to like different things. And yeah, and then we'll be done. And we'll have hit a mini target. It'd be great. I tell you, my plans, like, you know, if you saw my 2023 review of what I'd managed last year, or not, as the case may be, and my plans for the beginning of this year, my plans were very, very loose. I don't really do resolutions, but whenever I make a plan, it always goes wrong. So it never gets done. So I always kept it loose. But January, so happy with January. Oh, they're all 3 stuck together. Don't often see that. Sometimes see 2 stuck together, but not 3. But my goal had been to finish my Diamond Art Studio painting, which I did. And my goal was to give this painting some love, which I have. We are back to finishing it in this century. I already know that from last video. And we've done even more since then. I'm not sure if it probably is down to finishing in my lifetime, but only with a bit of a medical miracle. You know, I've got to be one of these Guinness Book of Records old people for me to be able to finish it. We'll see. And I was doing a round snack size, which actually I whizzed through, and it's gone really quickly. So I've nearly finished that, and it's the end of January tomorrow. So I might even finish it before the end of the month, which means I've had a blinder. Tick, 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 tick all these off. I did a lot of drills. That's a lot of ticking. Go, tick, 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 tick. I should have ticked that off as I went along, and then I wouldn't be stuck treating my tablet like a scratch. You know when you do the scratch card, and you always rush it, and then you always have to go back and pick up all the bits of that silvery stuff that you missed on your scratch card. That was me with this tablet. Okay, so I'm going to have a little rest of my arm. So if the light looks different when I come back, it's because it's a different time of the afternoon. And yeah, we're nearly there. We are at 16,800 drills. So we're just going to do 200 drills more for that milestone. Oh, that's where that paper come from. Okay, be right back. All right, we're back. 996. Let's get stuck straight in before I get sidetracked. Looking at this, because it's only 2 squares, like I was thinking there could be a lot of confetti, but even by 2 squares, we're fine. So I just must remember not to get too carried away, though, because that's a shell. Trash that over here. Obviously on my tablet, it can't quite zoom in to just 2 squares because of the proportions. So I've got a bit of the squares above. I must remember not to confuse myself with my counting, because I do try and zoom it out so that I only see the area I'm working on. Because you know me, I get so confused. And I've been brave. I've not even drawn on my lines. I usually put on some lines to show where the dividers are. No, YOLO. You only live once. You live once, and then you come back reincarnated to fix all the mistakes I've made. Right. I don't know where I was going with that. It was very weird. Okay, let's just... Sorry, this is the bit though where I need to count. I'm definitely ticking these ones off as I go along. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think. Yes. Yes. So I'm doing. I always do the colours. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always do the colours that I've got the least of to start now. I learned this the hard way. It took me a while to find out whether I wanted to do the big colours first and then fill in the gaps, or do all the small colours and fill in the gaps. And I've settled on trying to do the small colours. This is 3766. Trying to do the small colours, because when you put in loads of big colours at the start, it covers up all your grid lines, and it makes it a lot harder to count when, you know, you've only got one drill that needs to be one colour, but it's in a bunch of like 3 or 4 holes. It's a lot harder to count. So also it's that psychological thing. I've said it before about me being a horse turning for home. Like, it is not quite nice to do like the brain stuff early on and then know that the last colour, which is the coast, it's not colour blocking, because none of this painting is not really colour blocking, but you know, at least the last 1 or 2 colours, like you're just filling all this. Oh, this feels good. Feels good. Right, let me take it off, because oh no, I forgot to change to the pen tool. Tick. Right, not many of those, but there was 5 of them. Yes, I was going to show you the patterns. No, there's some there, 4 colours. Let's do this one, which has only got a few, so that's 799. That's the one I nearly did earlier instead of 779. Nearly put blue in the middle of my tree. That would not worked out. But I just, once when I'm left with just the big colours, that's when I'll take my break to show you what's going on. My purchases. I bought some drills as well. They're all here now. I've just got to film the video. I did cheat. I did look at them, because they all come at different times. That's the thing about buying from AliExpress. If you're buying from different vendors, then a lot of the time, sometimes they group up the packages. But like, you know, on Amazon, you make a few orders, as long as you're doing it all at the same time, then they'll all turn up together pretty much. This is not the way of it with Amazon, with AliExpress. And I couldn't wait. I had to check. Because I wasn't waiting a week to check some, so I could check all the drills and open them on screen, on video. Oh, I've done that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. And did I do that one? Yes. If you hear some weird noises, it depends on how well the camera is picking up. But the kids are just letting out of school. I live opposite a school, and some of them are very young, and I'm hearing some very strange noises. Some la type noises, and so yeah, someone's excited to be going home. I don't know if it's being picked up, but if you hear weird noises, it's not me, it's them. Little anchor bars. Right, so I've got 3 colours, so let's do one of these colours. Let's do that one. 813. Oh, this takes me back. These, like, because these are all the same colours I started, like, down this end. It's all the same. It's exactly how I started this painting. I remember working on, like, 813 stuff. It's the same kind of bluey mix. Oh, I'm getting all nostalgic. When I started this painting, I was really excited. To be fair, I am still really excited. That goes there. It's just there's still so much to do. But I feel better. I feel a lot better about it now. Because, you know, I didn't go wild on it. I didn't go all out on it in January. I just made sure that I did it a bit more than I... Oops. Oh, guess what? I didn't forget to change it to the pen. Let's go back. Right. I did them once. Okay. I just made sure that I did it. You know, I did some work on it, like in the weekdays or occasionally on the weekdays. But I definitely was trying to work on it at the weekend, even though I didn't work on it this weekend because of the mini milestone. So I did less just so I could do it on camera. But, you know, that's part of the thing. This is a journey. And I didn't want to do, even though it's only a mini milestone, it's a milestone nonetheless. And I wanted it. I wanted you here for my moment. But also, I've said it before. Well, I said it a lot right at the start. I don't really mention it a lot. But, like, if nobody watched these videos, then I would still probably post them, even with 0 views, because it's kind of a diary for me. So it was a big decision to... And which one is it? This. It was a big decision for me to decide to sometimes work on it off camera. But I had to get practical. Like, limiting myself to when I can do it on camera with this volume of painting that need to be done. If it was something smaller, it'd be fine, but it's not. It's a massive painting. And I was just like... There needed to be some sort of compromise. But I think I found a good compromise. Because I'm still seeing the progress. I'm just spattering out some off-camera work with it. But yeah, where was I going with that? Oh, I'm sure I was going. Oh yeah, so I didn't go wild. I just did it a bit more, and I made some. You know, obviously things happened, and it's still a tiny. Oh, and that was an ambulance. Seriously. I swear that I never heard anything all morning go past. I mean, maybe I just filter it out. And then on camera, obviously, I'm aware of the noises that are going on. Like the motorbike that's just going past and the children that are making weird noises. I don't know, maybe. I don't know. But I live by a junction, so there's always going to be some, you know, every time the light turns red. It's a pedestrian crossing type junction, so it doesn't stop all the time, but just if somebody wants to cross the road. And of course, the kids are all being let out, so it's stopping and starting a lot, and people have their engines running. But I don't hear that normally, because, you know, when you live here... Well, I heard him, but when you live here, generally, it's just white noise. I shouldn't put that over there, so let's do this one more colour. So that is 959. 959. But yeah, even just making a small effort on the painting, obviously I've seen it. At the end, at the video, I'll try and remember. I'll put a picture up. Again, I did put a comparison picture up last week where it was like, this is what it looked like at the end of last year when I last worked on it versus what I'd worked on over Christmas. What I'll do is I'll do that first picture again versus now, what we finish at the end of this session, and then you can see how much I've got done through January. And I mean, obviously it's not like, oh my god, that's amazing, she's done so much, but you can see its progress. And it was just that nice reminder, that just sort of, no, not a reminder, that's not the word I'm looking for. What's the word I'm looking for? Sort of comforting reassurance. It's a reassurance that in my head that I know that once I work on it, it'll be fine. I just need to work on it. But you know, when you've got this app and telling you you're not going to finish it till the next century at this rate, then you do start to, well, not worry exactly, but it's on your mind. It's just like, I've got to do something about this. I've got to do something about this. And yes, there was reasons for it. And some of them was like because I took the break, and some of them was because I got me RSI, me tennis elbow. But you know, whatever the reason is, it still doesn't change. Now, what have I done there? Doesn't change the finish date. Let me tick those off. Did I do them? No, don't tick those off. I've not done it. There. So just seeing this little chunk, tiny, teensy little chunk dent we've made in it, just from working on it a little bit extra over January. And because of that, I know that, you know, when the time comes and I'm getting closer to the finish, or if I did fall behind again, so which is the ones I've done that, then I know that all I have to do is like just, you know, actually do it regularly. And it's all possible. It's all possible. It's not out of my reach. I just need to, oh, I've done that one. Tick those off. Tick all those off. Let's not get too carried away. Right, so I've got to do, where is it? I've done that one. Done 1, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, there. Yes. Yeah, it was just that little bit of reassurance that it's not that I can't do it. It might be big, but it's still only 8. I've split it up into 8 paintings, and 50 by 70s aren't that big. I mean, they're big-ish, but they're not humongous big. But you know, it's one of those things, isn't it? It's like when you've locked the door and you know your keys are in your pocket, but you just have to check. Just have to reassure yourself that your keys are in your pocket, even though you know they're in your pocket because you just locked the door with them and you put them in your pocket, and then you get to the bottom of the stairs and you're just like, just check my pocket. It's that sort of thing, that sort of reassurance. Logic tells you everything's fine, but like it doesn't change how you feel, sort of thing. Okay, here we go. So this side, I must try and remember not to put, because we're only working on 2 squares, I must try to remember not to put my hand in it. And sorry, you're a bit sort of low in the screen, but like otherwise it's just the same as me. If I push it up there, it'll be more central, but I'm leaning, I'd have to lean forward more. And I was just like, that's when I'll make more. I don't need any help making mistakes. Oh, just like for an easy life, I just cut myself some slack. And what have I done? Oh no, that is right. Tick them off before you forget. Tick. Did I do? All right, so I've done that one. Yes, I've done that one. I've done that one. Something doesn't add up, so I've put something somewhere. That, this, that. So one should be there. One should be there. One should be there. Right, that shouldn't be there. What have I done? One of them's wrong, but I can't remember if it's this one or that, or the one I've just. Which colour is this? that the same colour? No, that's a different colour, so it's the other one. I've got, so that goes there. No, so that is right. And that's the, hang on. Have I done it wrong? I don't think I have. Right, let me just tick this off. So it's just, yeah, no, I'm being an idiot. More news at 11. I was definitely overthinking that. That's the trouble. You get so when you hit, because I do make so many mistakes. Hold on. Oop. No, I have done something wrong, but it's this. Right. Okay, so I think it's. I've just got 2 combined lines here, so I just need to figure out which one is wrong. Let me tick that off. So there shouldn't be. This is the one I've just put down, which shouldn't be there. I think that's what it was. That's it. All right, back on track. But yeah, when you make as many mistakes as I have, I just get so easily distracted. It's because, you know, you look here and you're trying to find a place on the grid, but then you have to look away, and then so your eye is going back and forth, and that's when I lose my spot. And it's like that, where I thought I was on one row, magically I've moved to the next row somehow, and it's just yeah, whatever. Anyway, let me show you these patterns. Let me all right, so hopefully you won't get too much reflection on the tablet from the window. I think I've angled it okay. So this is the one I'm working on. So this is Dragon Race, and this is Jasmine Beckett Griffith one that I'm going to be starting in February. As you can see, I've cropped it, so I'm going to do it as a 60 by 60. So I've basically filled in that bottom bramble thing. Can you make this go bigger? I think I have to show. Yeah, so that's the one I'm doing in February. It's all kitted up and everything, so that's okay. And this is an old pattern that I've got. I don't know why I did that. I don't need to look at the grid. I need to look at the PDF. So this is an old one that I got. I bought this at the same time as I bought Jasmine Beckett Griffith, and this one is one on in my future, but it's super confetti. 238 colours. Some of it'll be less because you have to double up some of the low colours, but it'll be amazing. But we're not going to do it yet. And this is another one that I got from Tilton Crafts. Oh, do you know what? I'm never going to learn, am I? So PDF. So this is Assassin, which is I think from isn't it Assassin's Creed maybe? But I just like the picture. I'm a bit of a gamer girl. I've not played this. I should play it. I've got a PS5 now, so I should play it. One day, it's on the to-do list. Then I've got this pattern, which is my TARDIS, because I'm a big Whovian. So we've got our Weeping Angels and the clock, you know, the stopwatch thing. If you know, you know. Now, this is the new purchase, one of the new purchases. So this is Artemisa, which was with Diamond Art, well, actually still is with Diamond Art Club. This one is slightly bigger. Not massively though, just ever so slightly. But you know what, I nearly bought it from Diamond Art Club, but there's something about, they tidy up the eyes so everything's really crisp and like white-eyed and all this sort of thing. But I think it changes the face, the way they do it. And, you know, rendering, we all have our tastes, and that isn't to my taste because it makes it look like a sort of cartoony type caricature eyes, which is fine. And I do like that kind of art, but not with this style. Not with the I didn't think it fitted with the rest of the painting. So that's one, and that is the one I'm going to be kitting up next. I figured what I'll get once I get started on my Jasmine Beckett Griffith one in February, which is only a couple of days away. Come March, I'll probably start sourcing the drills for this on AliExpress, and then I'll get it kitted up in like April or May, something like that. get all the canvases, and yeah, that'll be my summer project hopefully, because the Jasmine Beckett Griffiths one, oh no, never learn. She's only a 60 by 60, so that shouldn't take me that long. So this is the new one. Oh, Thread Geeks, yeah. So this is the artist is Momart. I really like this. It's a bit of a whopper. It's like 120, no, 130 deep. I mean, I might be able to crop it, but if I do crop it, I could probably get a bit off the bottom, but that's it. I couldn't crop any off the side because it's got all these lovely sort of wispy dark wood things, but I just loved that. It's going to be a whopper. So I saw that, I was like, yeah, there's three for £20. And then the other one I've got, which is actually in here from Thread Geeks, that I bought. And the reason why there's two versions is because these colours on the outside are the ones that aren't in diamond drills. The colours, they're in them low DMC numbers. Oh, I didn't mean to press that. I was just pointing at it. So this one is where it's done with the colour conversions, and I wasn't that keen on it because it's giving it a sort of bluish, giving it a sort of bluish tinge, and I didn't like it. So I put that there so I could compare the two. And this is the rendering of what it looks like with the substitutions, which has obviously made it a little bit more bluish in the background. And I need to find some substitutions that are more yellowish undertones. So that's there so I can compare them. You can't move, unfortunately, you can't move these patterns around. So unless I delete these and re-import, then I can't get them next to each other. But I bought that one. So this is by, let's do it on this one. It's called Phoenix Dance, and it's by Andrea Hienak, sorry, butchered name. I'll zoom it in. There, you can see it. But I thought it's so pretty. And she had lots of pretty artwork. Once I get this drill situation sorted out, then I'm looking forward to working on that. There's the mini. This is the one that I was talking. Do you know what? I annoy myself. This is the one that was on Diamond Art Club as well in the past. So it's a Sheena Pike. I don't know if it's back. It might be back. I know Sheena Pike is back. She left for a while, but she's back on them. But I've got this one. Oh, so that was from Heaven and Earth. And this is the other one from Heaven and Earth Designs. Look at this. So this is by Genovia Art. Look at this. It's gorgeous. Oh, and it's a mini. So I mean, I say mini. It's not small, but it's 325. So that's what, 70. Yeah. So it's going to be about 80. Between 75 and 80 cents. It's not quite square. I love it. This is gorgeous. So I really want to do that. So I've picked out some really... This is an old one that I bought from Tilton. I had to re-import it for some reason. I can't remember why. But I really like that. Snow Girl, which is obviously a Snow White thing with the apple. I loved it. I got that from Tilton. But yeah, so I've got loads of things, so that's why I can't get cracking. I can't get cracking. I can't allow myself to do any of the others until I've done this one. Which I don't know why I did that. Until I've done this one. There we go. Until I've done her. Remember, it's going to be like cropped like that. It's a square. Because I can't, I don't mind having my Dragon Race running in the background because it's so big, but for smaller patterns, yeah, and I can't justify starting the next one and keep paying, getting all the drills. Let me just, I can't, get more canvases and drills and all stuff like that when I've not even done the first one. Okay, so we've just got one colour now, home straight. This is 807. Where are you, 807? There. And this should be quite quick. Nice Nice and easy. I hope that was all in focus. If not, I'll have to come back and edit it. I'll put in some some pictures, refilm it. So yeah, if you've just seen future me come in, you'll know it didn't work. Because once again, I'd set the focus thing for up here and I forgot. So I did all that talking and wibbling. But yeah, I bought five PDFs at Christmas in the sales. I need to do some. But that's good because I want to do some. But I did. I also bought all them diamond paintings at Christmas as well. My Diamond Art Club, my Dreamer Designs, which the Dreamer Designs unboxing should be open by now. But I don't think it should be too bad, especially as one of the Dreamer Designs ones is around. So I'll get through that one at least pretty quick. That's not a problem. The Diamond Art Club one is huge. So that'll be one. I won't make that. The bigger a project is, the more I'm prepared to keep it as a WIP for longer while I work on other stuff. Do you know what I mean? That's how, and I just break it up that way so I don't burn out or anything like that. So my plan is to do for February. We're still on course. This is what I set out in my little video at the start of the year, and it still sounds good. Is I'm gonna work on 3 paintings, well 4 if you include this one, but obviously this one, now that I've got my little burn through of getting some progress done, I'm happy to not work on this quite as much as I did, just plod along for a bit. If I fall behind, I'll just have a little you know, sustained focus on it again later in the year. But for February, I'm going to be working on the round Curtis Reikovich. There's another name that I can't say now. It's like Jasmine Beckett Griffith. What was the other one? I was talking about it in the last video, wasn't I? Just some names just trip on my tongue. Anyway, Curtis Reikovich. Oh, someone's got squeaky brakes. And so the Curtis Reikovich is around, so I'll be working on that, and that's probably going to be my main, well, it's going to be my main painting that I work on, just by the fact that the Diamond Art Club, which is a square, is just going to be something that I sort of want to get started on, but I haven't, you know, I'm not expecting to finish that until probably in the summer because of its size. And also I'm going to be starting the other cross stitch conversion. So because of that, it'll be like there's 3 paintings, and the round will get like half my time, and the other 2 squares will get the you know, the other 2 quarters, and this one will just float in wherever I get a spare moment. I think that could work. I think that can work. And then in March, depending which one I'm enjoying most and how well I've done with the round painting, I'll focus then. I'll decide in March what to work on then. But if I can finish the round in February, which is a bit of a challenge because even though I'm faster, I'm not that fast. And February's a short month. But if I can finish that, or as good as, I'll be happy. And anything else is a bonus. See, this is what I was talking about earlier, where when you've got one big colour to finish up with, you don't have to think, you don't have to count, and like it gives you like this big hit of dopamine because it's just like suddenly it went from being really empty and now these squares are filling up in like record time compared to what it normally is with all the once I get down here, it's all back to crazy confetti. But here there was only like 5 colours. Only. It's 2 squares. 5 colours in 2 squares, and it's all blue. It does look good though. Yeah. And it doesn't, yeah. We're getting close to dragons as well. So we should have some splashes of colour coming soon. Because we've got some little dragons up here. A little red one, I know, there's a red one. Teensy one. And then the big one beside the tree. It's a sort of, I don't know how you'd describe it. Chromatic. Sort of an AB. He's an AB dragon. So he's white and pinks and pastels type. Like, I might try. That's probably where I'm going to try and get some ABs on his wings or something like that. I'm going to have to see how it works out. I only tend to decide on the AB placements when I get to a spot. But, oh yeah, I did mention earlier, didn't I, that I'd got them drills from AliExpress. I don't know if I've posted the video yet on the unboxing. Like I say, I did peek. But I've got some new ABs in extra colours. It was like a little sampler pack in a way. I think it was like 1,000 drills in each pack, something like that. And so I've added some more colours to my repertoire. And then I got some glitter drills. Like, so these are like, they're jelly drills, so that you can see the colour, and then the glitter is gold. Then I've got some metallic drills, which you think about how ABs are like metallic, but they reflect different colours, including like, especially if you think about like black ABs. They don't really look black because they kind of got so many colour facets to them. They kind of look green, which can actually work. I'm very cautious when I use my black ABs and my 823s, which are also dark, because, you know, you need contrast in the picture, and sometimes that takes away the contrast and washes it out. But metallics are like, well, they're the colour of the drill underneath. You don't get that, all those reflections. So, I mean, I think there was a black metallic, but that did still look kind of iffy. But there was, I remember seeing this like a bright pink. It's like a really, really sort of bright bubblegum pink. I'm like, where am I going to use that? Because again, this was like a selection pack. I'll go through all the details when I show it on the video and where to get it from. But yeah, and then I've got some fairy dust. Fake fairy dust. Or whatever. We'll just call them dust. Dust. AliExpress do call them, the vendors did call them fairy dust. But I'm not sure. I presume Diamond Art Club do hold the name on that. But when has AliExpress ever cared about copyright? You know what I mean? But anyway, I only got a couple of colours because I wasn't sure that's what they were. Despite them calling it fairy dust. I mean, they call some of their drills resin and they're not. So, you know, it was a new supplier. I didn't know what they were like. So I thought, we'll just get a couple of testers. But they do seem, you know, like, I mean, you can tell me. Because I've never seen the real fairy dust. Because my Diamond Art Club doesn't have them. But you can tell me, those who've seen what they look like, you can confirm or deny whether these are them. But I think they are, from what I've been able to tell from other people's videos and descriptions of like that shimmery effect. That's what they are. So yeah, fairy dust from AliExpress. So good. Right, and we're done. Let me just put these away, and we'll look at the painting. Oh, we'll look at Pattern Keeper, and then also Stitch Pal to see what year we finish in. Right, so this is where we're on. So I stitched 422 drills today I placed. So that was this. So it's the little patch down here. And then obviously I've just done those 2 up there. So this is what we look like. On the whole. Yeah. So there we go though. The mini milestone, 17,000 of 417,000 drills, so 4.08%. But we've done the 17, only 400,000 and 400,000 drills to go. Easy. Right, yes, that is what it looks like. Right, so I did 422 stitches today. Okay, so I think I only worked for, well, the video is obviously longer than an hour, but I did a lot of stuff and got sidetracked. So let's just say, we'll say an hour and a half. It wasn't that long, but I'll do that. Mini milestone. Right, there we go. So mini milestone, only 400k to go. And is that everything? Yes, add. And now we're going to have a look at the finish day. Right, so at this rate, I'm down to finish on the 1st of July 2088. So yeah, I've still got a little way to go to get it to be a more reasonable time. But you know, I think I started this on 12 or 13 stitches a day average. So in a month, it's fine. In other words, it is just fine. I just need to work on it. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye for now. Bye.